The Toyota RAV4 turns 30 this year, and it is as yet clear why the smaller hybrid routinely positions as the top-rated non-pickup in the US. There's nothing ostentatious here. The RAV4's emphasis is on finishing each occupation easily. It is viable, eco-friendly, and rough-looking. Accessible all-wheel drive frameworks add a little chomp to the expressive bark of SUV that is best while handling recognizable rural undertakings. It offers a lot of highlights, and its wide cost range suits customers of many spending plans. A 2.5-litre 4-chamber and 8-speed programmed convey limited speed increase for the sake of good efficiency. Past the alluring base cost, freight cordial inside, and reasonable street habits, Toyota likewise incorporates a large group of driver help tech and positive infotainment highlights as standard. Two additional ways the RAV4 keeps on being difficult for opponents to survive. A half-breed and a module crossover powertrain are likewise accessible, yet we survey those models independently. Armed forescreen, a paint variety previously seen on a few of Toyota's greater trucks and SUVs, advances toward the RAV4 this year. The tone will be presented on the Experience, and TRD Rough Terrain manages as a no-cost choice. A two-tone variety combo will likewise be accessible for these variations, matched with either a white or a dark roof. Although we're attracted to the TRD Rough Terrain, we'd rehearse restriction and pick the mid-range XLE Premium. It gives a lot of standard hardware that the LE and XLE don't propose as standard or by any means. For example, haze lights, 19-inch wheels, a power lift gate, a moonroof, double-zone programmed environment control, fake calfskin upholstery, a cowhide-wrapped guiding haggle handle, and delicate touch armrests. Toyota makes its setup of driver help highlights standard across the arrangement, so there's very little motivation to go with a pricier trim, except if, obviously, you want rough looks or ventilated seats. There's a 2.5-litre 4-chamber motor front and center, making 203 strength and 184 pound-feet of force, matched with an 8-speed programmed transmission. Front-wheel drive comes standard on all RAV4 manages, however the Experience and TRD Rough Terrain, which just accompany all-wheel drive. The LE, XLE, and XLE Premium can be optioned with a straightforward AWD framework. The more complicated AWD setup in the Experience, Restricted, and TRD Rough Terrain manages accompanies force vectoring and can detach the back pivot to further develop mileage. At our test track, this 5th-age RAV4 demonstrated speedier than its ancestor, with a 16 mph season of 8.0 seconds versus 8.3 seconds for the past age model. The RAV4 crossover, assessed independently, snapped off an even faster 7.4-second time in our testing. The workaday 4-chamber can be blunt, particularly during roadway passing endeavors, and the transmission on our test vehicle appeared to stagger when called upon for a downshift. Workaday depicts the taking care of two. The minimized hybrid is strong and stable while cruising the highway and able when pitched into a twisty segment of street. Be that as it may, it doesn't rouse a similar certainty as the Mazda CX-50. The RAV4 procured Class Serious mileage gauges from the EPA. Front-wheel drive RAV4s can oversee up to an expected 35 miles per gallon on the expressway. The all-wheel drive Experience conveyed 32 miles per gallon for us on our 75 mph interstate efficiency highway, 1 mile per gallon short of the EPA's assessed rating for the trim. That is a genuinely decent outcome for the class, yet the RAV4 was outperformed in that test by the Volkswagen Tiguan, which returned 33 miles per gallon. The RAV4's inside focuses on inhabitant solace and cubby stockpiling, yet purchasers need to shop over the base LE trim for an inside with iRequest. That LE holds its cost down with fabric seats, hard dark plastics all through, a calfskin-free guiding wheel, and single-zone manual environment control. The XLE invests somewhat more effort, adding a subsequent two-tone lodge choice as well as a couple of additional elements. The XLE Premium cuts the trade-offs, done up with false cowhide upholstery, charming plastics, a calfskin wrapped directing haggle handle, and a sewed and cushioned dashboard and mid-control aerial armrest. The RAV4's back seats are not difficult to stash, and they overlay to an almost level position, opening up the lodge for freight. We fit 10 of our portable bags behind the back seat and 22 with it collapsed. The Nissan Maverick matched the RAV4 here, yet the Subaru Forester beat it by 1 in every measurement. Lower manages accompany a 8.0-inch touchscreen, however the Restricted and the TRD Rough Terrain get a 10.5-inch show. The infotainment framework incorporates a 4G LTE portable area of interest and remote Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capacity. A JBL premium sound framework, root, and a remote charging cushion for a cell phone are discretionary. Most models accompany a different 7.0-inch show in the measure bunch, yet a 12.3-inch completely computerized check show is discretionary on the XLE Premium and TRD Rough Terrain and is standard on the Restricted. The RAV4 setup brags and exhibit standard driver helps. Purchasers likewise can add vulnerable side checking and back cross-traffic alert, however those elements cost extra on the base model. Key well-being highlights include standard mechanized crisis slowing down with walker recognition, standard path takeoff cautioning with path keeping help, standard versatile voyage control. Toyota's guarantees tow the business line with 3 years of heavily congested inclusion and 5 years for the powertrain. All models accompany 2 years of free planned support, a unique case in this portion. Restricted guarantee covers 3 years or 36,000 miles. Powertrain guarantee covers 5 years or 60,000 miles. Free support is covered for quite a long time or 25,000 miles.